Chosen, you feel the presence of something greater, don't you? Only 144,000 are awakening to a call that will change the history of everyone. Did you know that? It's not a coincidence, nor something you can ignore. This sacred number is a key that will reveal the eternal destiny of those who answer. Now I ask you, are you ready to open your eyes? Or will you be just another one left behind in the darkness? Time is running out, and the door you need to walk through may be closing. At any moment, this call is not for everyone. It's not something you can escape or postpone. What will be revealed here will not only challenge everything you know, but will also decide your destiny. Have you noticed the signs, the little revelations that touch your heart? Do you feel it? But be careful, many have ignored these signs, and they've already paid a high price for it. The truth will be revealed, and your future can change right now, forever. Are you ready to make this choice, or will fear and doubt stop you from making the decision that will transform your life? You must be wondering, why only 144,000? This number is not by chance. It's the divine number of those chosen to awaken and fulfill a heavenly destiny. Have you ever felt that inner flame, that unease that can't be explained? That's the call, and it's approaching you. But the question is, are you ready to answer it? What happens to those who don't answer this call? They remain in the dark, trapped in an endless cycle. Imagine for a moment, in every generation, only a small fraction of people are touched by this call, a call that transcends human understanding. The 144,000 are not ordinary. They are chosen for a greater mission. Are you among them, or are you ignoring the signal that has already been cast in your life? Each of these chosen ones is being guided by a greater force, a light that begins to shine brighter as time passes. You have the chance to be one of them. This is not just any invitation. It's not something you can simply accept or reject like a simple wish of your heart. No, it's something much deeper. You are being called to awaken to your true mission, to something far beyond what your eyes can see. There's a reason you're hearing these words right now. Something inside of you knows that it's not a coincidence, and each passing moment is another opportunity to answer the call that is already before you. But what does it really mean to be one of the 144,000? Being chosen for this awakening is not something that comes without responsibilities. It's not a position of comfort. Those who answer this call are being shaped, forged into something stronger and greater than anything they've ever experienced. This requires courage, unwavering faith, and a dedication that goes beyond common understanding. Do you have this strength within you? Are you willing to accept the weight that comes with the call? Now the question that remains is, how do you know that you are one of the chosen? What distinguishes the 144,000 from the rest? How can you be sure that you're ready for this transformation? The answer to that is closer than you think, but it's something you'll only fully understand as you walk through this journey. And that brings us to something very important. The truth is still being revealed to you, but will you be able to see what's hidden right before your eyes? You're beginning to realize it now, aren't you? This is not just a common call, but a deep choice that echoes through your being. Being among the 144,000 is not just any privilege. It's a sacred destiny, marked by challenges that few are prepared to face. The first shadow approaching you is doubt. Am I really one of the chosen? This doubt, while natural, is the first major barrier you need to overcome. Many give up here, and that's exactly why so few are able to move forward. Being chosen doesn't mean the path will be easy. In fact, it is forged through moments of darkness and intense trials. The real question is, are you willing to walk, even when the road is covered by darkness? The shadow you feel is not an obstacle, but a test. It's the way to discern who is ready to follow the light, even when it seems distant. Only the strongest recognize the light within themselves when everything around them seems dark. This shadow, which may manifest as fear or insecurity, is a clear sign that you are being prepared. You weren't chosen by accident. There is a powerful force guiding you, but it doesn't promise you a path without obstacles. On the contrary, it challenges you to be stronger than you ever imagined. You are called to grow spiritually, to overcome your limitations, and to become someone capable of enduring and illuminating the world with a supernatural force. Are you ready to rise, even in the difficulties? As you move forward, the shadow becomes a test of your faith. Each challenge, each moment of fear, is an opportunity to choose the light. This is what sets the 144,000 apart from the rest. The ability to recognize that the shadows are no more powerful than the divine light that dwells within you. You begin to understand that being chosen is not about comfort, but about mission. You are not just awakening, you are being prepared for something greater. And this preparation often comes through difficulties. Now, a new question arises. What happens when you overcome this shadow? What comes after defeating fear, doubt, and insecurity? What will you discover about yourself as you walk this illuminated path? The answer is much closer than you think, and it's exactly what will come next that will transform everything for you. But before that, you must be ready to understand what comes with this awakening. Now you've begun to notice the shadows and challenges, but there's still one doubt left. How can you know if this is truly your call? What distinguishes a simple desire or a passing unease from a true divine call? The answer lies within you. It's something deep, like a flame that never goes out, no matter how much the darkness tries to cover it. Do you feel it? Something inside you that can't be ignored. Something that calls you to a destiny you can't yet fully understand. The true essence of the call is much more than a momentary feeling. It's a certainty that grows over time. It may manifest through dreams, visions, or even unexpected events that seem to touch your heart in unusual ways. These signs are not accidental, they are part of the divine plan for your life. You may not have all the answers now, but when this call presents itself, something in your soul immediately recognizes, this is for me. You can't ignore it, nor run away from it. Maybe you've questioned many times if you're on the right path. You've asked yourself in moments of uncertainty, is this really my destiny? Am I hearing this right? These questions are natural, but know this, the call never comes without preparation. Every doubt, every question is part of the process. What you need to do is pay attention to the signs and have the courage to move forward, even when the answer is not fully clear yet. The call is an invitation for you to rise and answer the mission that's already laid out for you. Many are called, but few truly answer. This is the way of truth, the courage to move forward even when there's no guarantee that you'll understand everything right away. The divine call is not an invitation to comfort, but a summons for a transformative awakening. You won't be the same after you answer, and that in itself is a great test. Are you willing to transform, even if the future is unknown and scary? Now, a new truth begins to reveal itself. What happens when you finally say yes to the call? How will your life change from this moment on? What comes after your response? And how will you be transformed throughout this journey? The answer to all this is closer than you think, and as you move forward, the deeper your understanding of your true destiny will become. As you begin to understand the call, one truth stands out. Awakening is not just about hearing the divine voice, but about truly being ready for what comes next. The preparation of the chosen is intense, often painful, but absolutely necessary. It's not an easy journey. It requires courage, discipline, and above all, an inner strength that few possess. Being ready means knowing the path will be challenging, and that you need to be shaped for the greater purpose. The 144,000 are not simply called, they are forged through difficulties and trials. Life often seems to throw you against your own limits, as if the universe is testing your endurance. But it is in these moments that you begin to understand how deeply you are being prepared. Each struggle, each trial, is one step closer to your final destiny. What you're experiencing is not an accident. It's part of the process that prepares you for a spiritual mission of unimaginable proportions. Being ready doesn't mean being without fear, but rather having the courage to move forward despite it. The true preparation of the 144,000 happens when they face their own weaknesses and overcome them, when they leave behind the old version of themselves. The process is not simple, but necessary. Do you feel this transformation happening within you? Sometimes it's necessary to go through the darkness so that the light can shine more brightly. Preparation often comes through confronting what you fear the most. If you've noticed, the call doesn't just require a response, but a transformation. Being ready means being willing to sacrifice old habits, limiting beliefs, and everything that holds you back from growing. Only then will you be able to understand the greatness of the mission you are being called to. What happens when you truly surrender to this process of change? What will you discover about your true purpose when you let go of everything that binds you and accept what God has prepared for you? But what happens when you finally achieve the necessary preparation? What will be revealed when you are fully ready to fulfill your mission? The next step will be something that will forever change your understanding of destiny, and what you do next will be the key to everything that is to come. As you move forward, you realize that there is something much greater at stake than simply answering the call. It is a choice that defines your eternal destiny. The chosen are not only those who hear, but those who actively respond with courage. But responding to this call comes with tremendous responsibility. When you say yes, you are separating yourself from many who have chosen the path of ignorance or doubt. This is the moment of truth, where your choice will become irrevocable. Choosing to follow this path doesn't mean it will be easier. On the contrary, it's a separation that requires sacrifices, facing the pressure of the world, your fears, and others' expectations. When you align yourself with the divine, you distance yourself from everything that holds you back. Many will look at you and question your choices, trying to convince you that you're making the wrong decision. But know this, you are not being called to please others. What's at stake is much greater than that. It's your spiritual transformation. It's the fulfillment of your purpose. This separation is painful but necessary. When you say yes, you begin to understand that your journey will be unique and that you can no longer turn back. There is a price to pay, and it's steep, but what you'll gain in return is priceless. Many prefer to stay in their comfort zone, ignoring the call out of fear or convenience. But separation is inevitable for those who are chosen. And the question that remains is, are you willing to pay the price necessary to be truly free? The great separation also brings with it clarification. When you respond to the call, you not only separate yourself from others, but you also draw closer to your true essence. Everything you thought was important begins to dissipate, and what remains is the divine mission you carry. This is the moment of revelation of your true strength, where you become one with what was predestined for you. But remember, this path will not be easy, but it will be the only one that is truly worth walking. And now the question arises, what happens when the separation is made? When you choose to take this step, what will await you on the journey ahead? What will you find when you are truly walking to fulfill your destiny? The answer is approaching quickly, but before proceeding, you need to understand how true transformation happens. And this will take you to something even deeper. After the separation, you face the moment of awakening. The process is silent, but powerful. And this is where you begin to see the world in an entirely new way. Have you ever felt that, despite all the chaos around you, there is something deep happening within you? something that calls you to something greater than you ever imagined possible. Spiritual awakening is not an event that happens all at once, but a gradual revelation of your true mission. And you are beginning to feel it now, intensely and transformatively. Spiritual awakening brings with it a vision that many would call enlightenment. However, don't be mistaken. This vision does not come without challenges. As you perceive the divine truth in your life, you also begin to understand the lies and deceptions that kept you captive. And this revelation brings forth a dilemma. What will you do with this knowledge? Have you noticed how the world around you, the way people live, no longer makes sense? Do you feel the disconnection? That's the first sign that awakening is underway. In this process, you find yourself in a state of constant reconfiguration. It's no longer about who you were, but about who you are becoming. Spiritual awakening leads you to confront your own limitations, to leave behind the beliefs that kept you in the dark. Everything that seemed solid begins to unravel, to make way for a new perspective, a new understanding of your role in this world. And in that moment, you ask yourself, am I ready to follow this truth to the end? As you awaken, you also realize that this is not a solitary path. The connection with others who are also awakening becomes stronger, more intense. You begin to understand that the journey is not just about you, but about all of humanity, and that the awakening of one reflects in the awakening of many. Every step you take, every truth you reveal, brings you closer to your destiny, and you begin to feel the divine strength guiding you. But like every great revelation, awakening does not end here. Now the real question is, what happens after awakening is fully realized? What comes when the truth is fully revealed, and when you find yourself truly aligned with your spiritual mission? The next step will be the key to understanding the real impact of this awakening and the path you must follow to fulfill your true mission. As you continue the awakening journey, something deep begins to form within you. The sense that there is so much more than you can see. The truth is that the journey of the 144,000 is not something fully revealed, and you will only begin to comprehend its entirety as you move forward. What you already know, what you've already felt, is just the tip of the iceberg. There is a much greater plan in motion, a hidden path that only the truly chosen begin to understand when they get closer to their destiny. What you may not know is that the mission of the chosen does not only involve the spiritual aspects of your life. There is a cosmic connection, a divine plan in progress that stretches beyond human comprehension. Every choice, every step you take, is intertwined with the fate of all humanity. You are not alone on this journey. All the chosen are connected, even if they haven't realized it yet. As you align more with the divine purpose, more of this invisible network will be revealed to you. This hidden path requires unwavering trust in something beyond the visible. The answers you seek, the doubts that arise, will only be fully understood as you surrender to the process. In the beginning, it may seem confusing, even uncomfortable, but every step you take strengthens your ability to see beyond the surface. You begin to realize that the true purpose of the 144,000 is much more than a personal mission. It is a divine movement that is changing the course of history. The hidden plan is not something that can be forced or rushed. It unfolds gradually as you gain trust and wisdom. Every revelation comes with more responsibility, more clarity, and more challenges. But the greatest test is patience to wait for the right moment, to understand that you are not in total control, but part of something bigger. As time passes, you will begin to realize that while answers don't come immediately, they will come when you are ready to receive them. Now, the question arises, what happens when you begin to understand the great plan that is unfolding? What happens when you finally see beyond the shadows and begin to perceive your role in the great divine tapestry? This knowledge will transform your life in a way you never imagined. But what you discover in the next step will be even more surprising and revealing. Have you ever felt at any point that urge to move forward, but something inside you hesitates? Perhaps fear, doubt, or the distractions of the world have made you think that this call is not for you. But what happens when you choose to ignore it? The price of neglect is much greater than you can imagine. The call does not disappear, it just becomes more distant. And with every day you choose not to listen, you lose more of what was designated for you. Ignoring the call is a door that, once closed, may never be opened again. When you neglect the divine voice, you are not just delaying an important step in your life. You are moving away from your purpose, from your eternal destiny. The path you choose by ignoring this call may seem easier, but it is empty and directionless. You feel lost, disoriented, not knowing what the true purpose of your life is. But the truth is, the emptiness is a direct consequence of denying your call. It will not go away. It will only consume you slowly, leaving you in a constant state of dissatisfaction. Neglect is a subtle trap, one that many fall into without realizing. It makes you believe there is time, that tomorrow you can hear the voice again. But what you don't know is that time is running out. The opportunities for transformation are not infinite. Ignoring the call is choosing a path without promises, without direction, and without growth. And the question that arises is, how much time do you really have before this opportunity disappears forever? The danger of neglect is not just what you lose, but who you become by ignoring the truth. You begin to live a life with no real purpose, an existence where everything seems empty, meaningless. And while you continue to deny the call, those around you who respond begin to live their own transformations. They advance while you remain stagnant. Are you willing to continue living in shadows, or will you finally respond to the light that ignites within you? Now, you need to know, what happens when someone finally decides no longer to neglect the call? What happens when you choose to respond with an open heart, with no more fears, no more excuses? What will you discover when you start living according to your true purpose? The transformation that follows this decision will be even deeper than you can imagine, but the key lies in a choice you will make next. As you understand the dangers of neglecting the call, you begin to realize that something much greater is at stake. The 144,000 are not just chosen for a personal journey, but to play a crucial role in the destiny of all humanity. Your mission goes beyond the individual. You are being called to be a beacon of light, a guide for those who are still lost in the darkness. Each of these chosen ones has a divine purpose that connects to a global and spiritual mission that will impact the future of all. The connection you begin to feel with the other chosen ones is something that cannot be explained by words alone. It is something you feel, something you recognize in moments of silence and prayer. There is an invisible force that unites all those who respond to this call, as if the destiny of one is intertwined with the destiny of another. This spiritual bond goes beyond human understanding and becomes a power that moves you forward, even in the most difficult moments. You are not alone in this mission, and this is something you need to internalize now. What you do, what you choose, reverberates throughout all of humanity. Every action you take, every decision, impacts those around you and goes beyond that. The role of the 144,000 is not only to awaken and evolve spiritually, it is to awaken and guide others to the light. You are becoming a leader, a beacon, and the world is waiting for this, even though it may not yet be aware of it. Your journey is a journey of global transformation, and the seeds you plant today will grow and blossom into a future that you can't yet fully see. But like every great mission, it comes with great challenges. Being aware of this divine mission carries with it the responsibility to keep your faith unwavering, even in the face of adversity. The chosen are not exempt from struggle. On the contrary, they are shaped by resistance. Every difficulty is a test to strengthen your faith so that you can be a source of light, not just for yourself, but for others. When you fully accept this role, you will see how every step, every choice brings you closer to the fulfillment of a greater purpose. What happens when you fully accept your mission as one of the 144,000? What changes within you when you realize that you are, indeed, part of something much greater than you ever imagined? The truth that is revealed will be even more surprising and transformative, and it will lead you to a new stage in your journey where the impact of your actions will be deeper than you ever imagined. We now come to a crucial point in your journey, where everything you've learned up until now connects powerfully. The question now is no longer about what is happening, but about what you will do with everything that has been revealed. Are you truly prepared for what comes next? The path you are walking is no longer just about answering the call, but about becoming who you were destined to be. The awakening is complete, but the real mission begins now. Do you know your role in this great divine plan? This is the moment when you must look inside yourself and ask, am I willing to accept the responsibility that comes with my choice? The journey up to this point has only been the beginning. The great conclusion is not about an end, but about a new beginning. You now have the spiritual tools, the vision, and the strength needed to fulfill your divine purpose. The world around you may not understand, but within you, the light is stronger than ever. Are you ready to be a beacon, to guide others, and fulfill the mission that God has prepared for you? The choice now is clear. You can continue to live your life conventionally, or you can accept the call with all your being and take the next step toward true transformation. Many around you may try to distract you, but those who have been chosen have no choice but to move forward with faith and courage. The responsibility of being one of the 144,000 is immense, but the impact you will have will be eternal. The lives you touch, the changes you provoke, transcend time and space. Are you ready to be the difference? But as you prepare for this new chapter, understand that the journey will never be easy. It will require a lot from you: faith, strength, perseverance. However, each challenge will be an opportunity for growth. Every obstacle will be a chance to become stronger and closer to your purpose. The true reward is not in comfort, but in the fulfillment of what was predestined for you. You were chosen for a reason, and now it's time to fulfill that mission with all the power that has been given to you. As you move toward this new conclusion, remember that every decision you make now will bring you closer to your true destiny. True transformation comes when you embrace the mission with confidence and conviction. Are you ready to take action? Are you ready to be more than you ever imagined you could be? The answer is in your hands, and the journey continues. But now, with a strength that only the chosen ones possess, now you are faced with a choice that will define the rest of your life. Everything you've learned, every revelation, every test, all comes together in this moment. Are you ready to take the next step, to embrace your true mission and walk the path of the chosen ones? What will you do with the power you now possess? Do you understand the magnitude of what is about to happen, the transformation you are about to experience? Time is passing and the world around you is changing, but the greatest change must happen within you. Don't be mistaken. The challenge of living as one of the 144,000 is not something you can do alone. You will need faith, courage, and the strength to continue, even when the difficulties seem insurmountable. But remember, every difficulty is an opportunity to come closer to your divine purpose. Every step you take now will be a reflection of your true essence and the role you were called to fulfill. This is your destiny, and now it's time for you to live according to it. The path of the chosen ones is not easy, but it is the only one that is truly worth it. As you walk it, you will be transformed, and you will also be a light for others, guiding them along the way. The impact of your actions will spread in ways you can't yet fully comprehend. But remember, you are here for a reason greater than you imagine. Every choice you make now shapes not only your future, but the future of many around you. So, make your decision now with courage and confidence. You have within you the divine power to fulfill this mission, and the world is waiting for you. Don't wait any longer. Don't delay. The time is now. Look inside yourself, hear the voice calling you, and move forward. This is your moment, and you are no longer alone on this journey. The call is complete, and the mission is now in your hands.